What's up everyone, this is HunterTWR, and first I want to apologize for the lack of content lately, and although I have been active on X, I have not been able to post on Instagram because somehow I can't get into my account. And I've also been focusing on school and work a lot lately. And I also made a collection video. I also have some stuff on this layout that might not have been in the collection video. So if I ever have time, I'll edit that collection video and get it onto YouTube. But without further ado, let's start with the Thomas Winrelli layout. So here we have Yongbao, Vinny, Ashima, Etienne, Gina, Frida, and Merlin. And yes, I am using wood engines because there is no Thomas Winrelli variants of them. But if we continue along here, we come to the yard. We got the animal train, we got hand car, cake cargo car, treasure cargo car, and a 3-pack pirate ship set. I forget what it's called. And although this area is pretty symmetrical, like in the middle, it's not that much on the sides because of the water tower and the useful engine shed where we have Philip. But if we come to the T-switch here, we have a single box, and if you go this way, we got James with coming out of the washdown. We got Neville and his driver. Neville's loading up on coal, and he's pulling the waterworks cars. Come to a switch, and then we have Stafford and his driver. Stafford's getting recharged at the charging station. Then come around to Knapford Station, where we got a family of 4 over there. We got Flying Scotsman. We have Gordon pulling the Express. The Knapford Express coach is going to serve as a brake coach. And that single box is from the Logan and the Big Low engine set. And then we got Connor with some coaches. We got Caitlin with some coaches. And like on the last layout, Gordon's probably showing off his brother. We got 2 signals here. Gotta fix this one. And these lines all come to Henry's Tunnel. These 2 lines go down to where Boulder and Spam Can are with the sawmill log cars. And I've had this sawmill and dumping depot for a long time, but I never had the ramp to connect them. And I also lost the roofs, but now I have a full version. And we have Henry with the sawmill log car, Henry Sports log car, excuse me. And then we have Knapford Tunnel, and then comes on to the top of Henry's Tunnel. And if you go this way, you go down, around, back to the T-switch. And also we have 2 trains here, Ducks pulling Fred, 2 troublesome trucks, Giggling Troublesome Truck, Black Roof Troublesome Brake Van, and a Speckled Brake Van, and Oliver is pulling Scruffy, a White-Faced Troublesome Truck, Gray Troublesome Truck, Brown Roof Troublesome Brake Van, and Toad. We'll get back to them in just a bit, but if you take the line underneath, we come to an 8-way switch. Here we have Boko and the Honey Depot. And I've wanted the Honey Depot for like 20 years, but now I have it. And these 2 lines both go into Henry's Tunnel. And then this line right here, we have a barrel train, there's a barrel loader, and Sam is getting loaded up. Comes to the transfer table. If you're wondering what that noise is, I have a neighbor who must be vacuuming right now. And then if we come along this line, we come to a stop and go station. We have Sam pulling the bubblesome truck, over Hat Street Crossing, and that comes around to the transfer table, and then comes back to the sheds, and the lines of the transfer table will come up to where Duck and Oliver are, and then come on here. We got another signal. We have Timoth Station where we have Stanley and Flora. Stanley's pulling a slow coach, Flora's pulling a tram coach, and the reason why I have this blue backdrop here, that is because I have a window up there, and I had up there, I have this blue cloth up here covering a black cloth because I'm worried that my stuff gets sun damaged because there used to be a couch here. But if we continue along this line, we come to Timoth Tunnel, then we come to the wharf, got a Sorbet cargo ship, got a lighthouse, Colin, Arthur with all my aquarium cars, and Fearless Freddy, who we'll get to later. And then we come to the Steamworks. The straight line is standard gauge, but this line coming around is triple gauge. And those two lines come to this turntable right here. And we got Victor and Proteus on the triple gauge lines. Steven is at the auto repair shop, which is also triple gauge. Victor's got a cargo car, and Kevin's accompanying him. And there's Madge with Coldy. And then this line is also triple gauge. Comes to a T-switch. And go this way, we got Mike, Bert, and Frank. And then Mike and Bert's line comes around, connects with each other. Frank's line comes around and comes to the T-switch. And then if you go this way, you exit the Steamworks, come to this loop where we have Fearless Freddy, and that's the whole wharf. And then this way, once you get to where Bertram is, you exit the Steamworks. Bertram's pulling the power cars, and this line goes over to Crovan's Gate Station. We got Scarlowy with AJ and Mabel, Spencer with the Doogie Duchess coach and furniture car. This line goes back to the Steamworks. And then Spencer's line goes around over this bridge to where Fergus is with the construction cars. And we'll get to that in a little bit. But Scarlowy's line goes to the museum. Stamiko Station goes under that bridge, and then come to this switch right here. We got Duke, and this is the first time I've used my work sheds, both my work sheds, for the same purpose on one layout. And then come to this T-switch here. You come around. There's a Blue Mountain Quarry sign, come around where Ivo Hugh is with the zoo cars. And you come to this junction right here. We got this crossing right here, George is crossing. And then take this road back here, you go to the railroad crossing. This line goes to where Fergus is. And then this line, you go to the cement lorry, cement mixer, around. We got lorry 1, lorry 2, and lorry 3. I don't have lorry 3's cargo, unfortunately. But and this line, you want it, you go where Logan is pulling some coal cars, Peter Sam's getting filled up, and this is how my narrow gauge engines will get their coal on this layout. And Peter Sam's line comes back here, and then this line right here, and that road, they both go up to Hilltop Station, where we got Duncan with a coach and Bulgy. And then we got Miss Percival here on top of the bridge. And I've used Hilltop Station as Farquhar Station on previous, as like a Thomas's branch line station because it's from the Let's Have a Race set, which is centered around Thomas and Bertie. But since this is my first big layout with a standard gauge and narrow gauge railway, I have decided that the narrow gauge railway needs 2 stations, so that's why I'm using Hilltop station on here. And then we'll get to the, and then got the Quarry mine tunnel with the fossil, but we'll get to that later. This line, this road you go around, there's a sort of street cleaners, goes under the bridge, and then comes up here to where Elizabeth is, and then this line comes around to where Logan is, and then got Sir Handle here at the incline. This is the incline, got the slopes from the Boulder Mountain set, and got some cargo cars here, top of the incline, and then Sir Handle's got some more cars, and then there's the conductor's shed, which I feel is most appropriate to put on a narrow gauge railway. And then this goes around, comes up to where Reneus is with the fossil car on the Reneus viaduct. And then that goes down to where Caroline is on the highway crossing. And then this road goes back up to where Elizabeth is. And where Caroline is, come to where Rusty is at Boulder Mountain. And he's got a piece of cargo from the set I got last year. And there's Thumper drilling. And then next to Rusty is Percy with the mail. His line goes into there. And then we'll continue on Percy's line in a little bit, but this line goes back here. There's Boulder Hill with Boulder, and then comes down and comes under this bridge, and then we start going up this spiral. There's Luke, and this whole area here is supposed to be the Blue Mountain Quarry. And then, of course, if we continue up the spiral, we come to where Merrick is, and then we come down and around and up this other hill where we got Millie. And I love this Blue Mountain Quarry backdrop, except for the engines on it. And then come down, we come to where Smudger's, the concession stand with concession car and the refreshment ladies lemonade stand. And then comes back to the Quarry mine tunnel with the fossil. And then Percy, he's got the mail, comes to the rock crusher where we have Paxton, and then goes underneath the mountain through the clock tower. I think it's a clock tower. And then it comes around to the switch. Got the big city engine here at Vickerstown Bridge. And then this line comes up to where we have Dennis with Mr. Bubble's bubble liquid car. And then we come down here, and then this is line can go that way, or with both these lines you can come into the diesel works. We got Diesel 10s, Blighter and Dodge, Airy and Burt, some workmen. We got Den and Dart. Just not splitting over. And then let's see. I'll take Den's line, and then you can come to where Mavis is, but actually let's go up here to where Sydney is with the dairy cars. Come around here to a switch, and then you can go to Gordon's Hill, or you can go this way to where Norman is with the Gold Prospectors cars, and then coming down there where Dart is. And then you can also come around here to the switch. And then come to the scrapyard, which I'll cover more of in a little bit. And then we come to where Gator is, and McColl's barn, pulling some rolling stock that were from the personal goat set and book pack. His line comes around the apple cider mill where we got Stepney, and then this line comes back here. We got Reg, and then got Scrap here, some scrap cars, and this line comes to junction here, and then come to where Width is with recycling cars back here. And if you don't want to go that way, come to the switch under these bridges back to where Mavis is. And then you go straight here, you go to Marin Station. We got Emily pulling her coaches, and we got Kenji with his coach. His line goes into Gordon's Hill. And then come to the signal. Go this way, you go under Renee's viaduct, come up here to another viaduct, and then you can either go straight over these bridges. There's Molly with the ice cars going past the watermill. Then we go into Knapford Station, and then the line Gordon's on. You come around the tunnel, which it points to the airport, and then come up here to where Charlie is with the jet engine, and then from Knapford Station, where Flying Scotsman is, you go to the log loader where Wilbert is, go over this bridge back to where Kenji is, and then from this junction here, you go to where Rosie is at the Mr. Jolly's Chocolate Factory, and you come on top of Gordon's Hill where we have Winston. This line goes to where Henry is, and then come down, when here's Henry's Forest. And then if you come down this way, come around, there's the windmill, there's Bluebell with the Chinese dragon, and then I got a signal box here. I mean, stop and go station there. Come to a three-way switch, and then come to where Billy is at the dairy farm. There's Tagamoth at his airfield, and then this line goes from Gordon's Hill, and there's Terrence. And then come to this junction right here. If you go this way, you can come to where Donald and Douglas are in the special engine sheds. And then if you take this way, you can come into Ellsbridge Station. Give me 1 second while I get a better angle. And then we got Thomas here with Annie and Clarabelle. Got Toby with Henrietta, Daisy with the milk. And there's Birdie. And then we got Signal here, comes to the 8-way switch. And then this line, come back to Captain's Shed, and we have Signal, or I forget what this is called, but it's got like a satellite dish on it. There's Captain, there's Harold flying above his port, there's Butch, there's Dustin pulling some rolling stock. I forget what it's called. And then there's Bell and Flynn. Bell's got the fire engine. There's a lighthouse, and this is a whole sort of search and rescue center. Kind of more basic than it was on the 2022 layout. But if we continue along here, this is supposed to be the Misty Island Tunnel, because here we are. This is Misty Island. So if we go this up here, come around, we got Dash on the zipline bridge, come down around to where Bash is getting loaded up. I don't know if this is supposed to be Old Wheezy or Hee Haw, but I know there's like a certain destination called Old Wheezy in the tunnel from Oil Line. But if we continue along here, we go to a log tunnel. Then we got Ferdinand, and then comes to the T-switch that goes to the raft Thomas traveled on to get here. And this line goes underneath the zipline bridge and back through the tunnel. And then if we go this way, we come to Brendam Docks. We got a ship in the background. Oh, we got fire engine here and some more fire. There's more fire trucks here, and then these two lines are both connected here, and then they both go to the docks, where we have Cranky, sort of a tugboat, Bulstrode, Port with some cargo cars, Salty with some shipping cars, and there's the sort of shipping company building. I wish it was that way on both sides, because that would have been really helpful. But, let's see. If we take the track on the left, we got a junction here. This line goes to where Lady is, deciding for the magic buffers. And we got Murdoch here, pulling some box cars. And then comes to a junction here. Here is the clay pits, same way it was set up on the 2022 layout. We got, come on here, we got Marion, go this way, or you can go around here where Timothy is, come around, come up around this slope, and then up here to where Bill and Ben are with the sort of China clay cars. And then this junction here goes over an arched stone bridge to where we have Nia pulling an ammo car. And over here we got Jack, Alfie, Byron, Max, Monty, Nelson, Isabella, Patrick, and Kelly. And then if we continue where Nia is, we come under the suspension bridge into Wellsworth Station, where we got Hugo and Edward. Edward's pulling the coach. And then you take the track Edward's on, go. We have Trevor here in the Vicarage Orchard, and we go over this bumpy section of track. We come to where the Soda Rail repair is, and then we come to a V-switch, which goes to a three-way switch that went to Gordon's Hill. And then if go this way, we have Neil, sorry, with a coal car, with a cargo car with a coal cargo at the power station. And then you take this track, you can come to where Derek is at the oil derrick, and then it comes under this bridge back into Brendam Docks. And this track right here, come around, come where Skiff is, and there's Ryan further down siding with the VOC cars. And this track comes around, and then we got Jeremy here, and then I take this track to go back to the 8-way switch, or you can come to where coming around to the airport sightings. We got Hero with Rocky, Harvey, and the breakdown train. And then this track right here comes up to where Rebecca is, pulling the cookie factory cargo cars, as well as a milk car. And then comes through that building. And then we come up to where I am, pulling the studio car, sorry. And then come down to where Hank is on the suspension bridge, pulling some tankers. Go down the Quarry Mine Tunnel, and then come around here. There's Lady Hat next to her house, and then her next door neighbor's house. And then this line comes back to where Edward is. And then take the track Hugo's on, go past the signal, go over there to Stonebridge, and then you can come to where, then you come into the Diesel Works where we have Diesel with a cargo car at the Vickerstown Fueling Depot. And then there's Ace. And I forgot to mention there's Happy Hook over there. And that about does it for the 2024 layout. I'm going to show you guys an overview, or an overhead perspective of the layout. So let's see what we can do here. So yeah. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. And speaking of which, I have a couple of more remakes to do, which will be filmed on this layout. So once again, thank you for watching, and I will see you later.